WGAA Sports.
That ball is out of here. He went around, strike three. It's out of here. Walk-off homer. Got him. And Cedartown wins.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA. WGAA 1340 AM. Broadcasting online at WGAAradio.com. And streaming on the TuneIn Radio app and Facebook Live. And now, let's head down to the field for today's action.
Welcome into Cedartown High School baseball on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network. A little bit late getting on here. We had a little confusion on location of the ball game, but we finally got here. We did miss the top of the first inning, but I can report to you that we did not miss much of anything in the top of the first inning. The Dogs go in order. 1, 2, 3. Ace Allen will be retired on the first out. Keegan Bozeman would ground out to third, and Tweet Gerald would strike out as the Dogs go 1, 2, 3. In the top half of the first inning. Quick look at this matchup here, the Cedartown Bulldogs and the Dalton Catamounts. The Bulldogs coming into this matchup 11-9 on the season and 9-6 in region play and 4th in the region standings. The Catamounts are 2nd in region play, 13-2. Their 2 region losses coming to the Altoona Buccaneers. 17-5 are the Catamounts on their overall record on the season. So they've had a really good start to their season, have the Catamounts. And they're going to lead off here against the Bulldogs. Starting pitcher will be number 4 for the Bulldogs, getting the start on the mound.
Well, actually, our wiring at the high school is 3, so we're able to have it.
And we'll get to that here in a moment. We're in the bottom half of the first inning. First pitch is fouled back. Owen Pilgrim gets the start for the Bulldogs. So we are here at Heritage Park, not Heritage Park, whatever the name of this park is. I didn't even get to look at it when I got here. I went to Heritage Park. That's one of the parks I went to today, trying to find this place. Fly ball to center field, going back on it to the fence, and it's going to be off the padding of the fence. It's going to be at least a double. He'll stop there. It'll be a leadoff double for Woods. Woods, Chappelle, and Renfro, 1, 2, and 3 in the lineup for the Dalton Catamounts. And they have the leadoff double here in the bottom half of the first inning. Here's Chappelle, the center fielder. Line to left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Heading toward third is Woods. He'll be in there safely. They'll be at the corners. And the Catamounts have something going here in the bottom half of the first inning. Off of Pilgrim. Cedartown defense, we don't have those graphics for today because we didn't have time to prepare them, but Pilgrim, the pitcher, all red behind the plate. Bozeman, Allen, Gerald, and Perkins from left to right in the infield. Flemister in left, Waddell in center, Timothy George is in right field. And the pitch on the way to Renfro is a strike. 0-1. Here's the pitch. That one bounced up there, and that will score a run, I believe. Yes, here comes the runner from third, and he will score. And the Catamounts are on the board first to 1-0 on the wild pitch. Bounce that one up there. This is an all-turf field, by the way. I didn't mention that when we came on the air. An all-turf field, so definitely a little bit of a different feel. It's a turf mound. There's no dirt out there whatsoever. It's a completely artificial surface. 1 ball and 1 strike, runner at second base.
2 balls, 1 strike.
2 balls and 1 strike to count. Here's the pitch. Runner goes for third. Pitch is high. Throw goes down to third. It's wide of third, and they got him, though. Great job there by Bozeman to get that throw on from third base, and they're able to get the runner moving over from second to third. That'll be out number 1 in the inning. I don't even have my iPad. I'm completely unprepared today. So here we go. Dalton does lead 1-0. It's a miracle we're even on the air right now, I'll tell you that. Pitch on the way from Pilgrim. Called strike. The count is 3-2. 1 out. And a called strike 3 got him looking for out number 2. If memory serves me correct, and Sam Branch is about to join me here in a moment, if memory serves me correct, first the pitch is a strike called. Is this not the same place that the softball team played when they were having their field work done?
That is an interesting question, and I don't have a good answer.
Because I have never been here before.
I have.
But you have.
I have. I have an interesting story as to why I've been here. Do you recall when we were calling the Southeast game?
There's a line drive to right center field. Going back on it, that's going to split the gap and go to the fence. To second base goes number 22, Nielsen, and he'll be in there with a 2-out double.
You and I were calling a Southeast game, and I can't remember if it was a
Did you get
softball game. I did.
Okay.
Right there at the intersection, and the only thing that I could do is turn right, and you turn onto this road, and there's no shoulder. So I had to drive all the way into the park, and I got pulled over right down there.
My goodness.
Yep.
Great memory.
Wonderful memory.
So Nelson with a 2-out double. He's at second base. And here's Brown. And that one's going to be popped up right side. Coming in on it is Tweet Gerald. He'll make the catch, and that'll retire the side. Cedartown gives up a run here in the first inning as we head now to the second. It's Dalton 1 and Cedartown nothing. Back after this 60-second break on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
There's nothing quite like the indoor comfort of a Daikin HVAC system. And not everyone can deliver the HVAC expertise and service quite like us, your local Daikin Comfort Pro. We're committed to your heating and cooling needs, whether you're looking for a system checkup or a replacement that fits your lifestyle and budget. Call us, your local Daikin Comfort Pro, today.
Call MasterTech Heating and Air at 770-748-6965 or visit us online at mymastertech.com, and go Dogs.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
Dogs were retired in order in the first inning. We'll go to the top of the second. Cedartown trails 1-0 here against the Dalton Catamounts. It'll be Everett Perkins, Dalen Holiday, and then Gavin Allred due up for the Dogs, 4, 5, and 6 here at the top of the second inning. Perk to lead things off.
Perkins getting the start over at first base. I was kind of surprised he wasn't the starting pitcher in this particular game, but they elected to go with Pilgrim here in this one. It may be because Perkins pitched in the doubleheader on Friday. That might be the reason why. Pitch on the way to him. That'll be fouled off to the right side, strike 1. So the reason why they are not, that they're at this is a recreation field at one of Dalton's many rec parks, is that from what I was told, the lights at Dalton High School went out in one of the series. That one down low to him, 1 ball and 1 strike. So that is why we are playing on this rec field. It's a very nice facility here. Turf field, full-size field. 1-1 on the way. That one inside. 2-1 the count.
One thing I noticed immediately, though, is there is not a lot of room at all behind home plate to the fence.
There is not. A lot of wind coming in as well. You could probably hear it in our microphones. Here's the 2-1. A little bloop shot toward first base, and the catch will be made over at first by 1B. I had to go to the Catamounts feed for our game changer. Our game changer got started a little bit late. So that'll be the first out here in the second inning. Cedartown went in order in the top of the first. We missed that one. We missed having that on the radio, but we can tell you that they did go in order. A couple of ground outs and a strikeout. Here's Holiday, the DH. He'll take low. 1 ball and no strikes. And Sam, I had this big old opening monologue ready to go for this game, and it's a huge series for Cedartown and Dalton both. Breaking ball line to right field. It will be foul, I believe, yes, for strike 1.
Yeah, absolutely.
Humongous series.
I mean, it is. You've got Dalton that's trying to stay at the top of the region standings. You've got Cedartown that's vying for a home playoff game. If they can get that second spot, Dalton would drop 2 out of 3 against Allatoona. So this is a must-win for both the Catamounts and the Dogs.
The pitch on the way. Line down the left field line, that will go foul. Not a bad idea, though, by Holiday trying to work it to all fields. But yeah, if say Cedartown takes 2 out of 3 or even sweeps, that puts them in position to, with the Southeast Series next week, where they would play Allatoona for possibly a second place seat. And then Dalton, on the other hand, who lost 2 out of 3, it really sweeping Cedartown is a must if they want to be a number 2 seed. Because they have Cartersville next week. I don't see anybody beating Cartersville. 2-2 the count.
And then you've got, you put yourself in a situation if you're Dalton that you've, been right here first and second in the region throughout the entire season. All of a sudden now you're just fighting for 4th spot.
Here's the 2-2. Well outside. And it's a full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Plus, I think the Dogs here want to rally after dropping 3 in a row to Cartersville. They kind of want to get that monkey off of their back and just get back in the win column.
Well, and it's certainly no shocker. First, the payoff pitch on the way to Day-Day. And he hits a line drive toward right field. And that will get down. No, it will not. It will. I can't see. I got a big hole in my face.
No, it did not
get down, so it'll be an out number 2. I promise you, folks, I am a semi-professional. I just have a gigantic pole in front of my face.
This is an interesting setup that we've got.
Can't be right behind home plate. The padding is too high for us to see, so it is what it is.
So this will bring up Gavin Allred. He'll come to the plate with the bases empty and 2 outs. Dogs trying to avoid going in order in the first 2 innings.
Yeah.
And it's going to take a base hit from Allred or a walk to do that.
Brown deals the pitch, and it just about hits him. Looked like it might have maybe even grazed his helmet.
Almost. Got a third option there. The option that we don't want.
1 ball and no strikes. I think he's probably been hit by him, and I think Allred and almost hit him again, ball 2. But I think Allred and Ace Allen have been hit by the most pitches.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Dalen Holiday also a magnet for getting hit by pitches. 2-0 to the Bulldogs catcher, the senior. Allred swings and misses on a high fastball.
Yep, climbed the ladder on him on that one, did Brown. Allred went chasing on it. So that'll take the count to 2 balls and 1 strike.
Dalton in white uniforms, trimmed in red. Cedartown in their black uniform tops with the gray pants. The pitch. Breaking ball, a strike called, 2-2. At least here we can see what the pitch is doing. We can see a good break. We can see a fastball. We're at a very good angle for that. 2 balls and 2 strikes now the count to Gavin Allred. And the pitch. Low. That'll fill the count up at 3-2.
That was the problem with Cartersville. We were right there at field level, but we were directly behind home plate and the umpire, and without being elevated at all, it was hard to see what the pitch would do movement-wise. Here, though, just off to the side, great view. 3-2
pitch. Looked at strike 3, and that'll be out number 3, and that'll do it for the Bulldogs here in the top of the second inning. They go in order, 6 up, 6 down. And we head now to the bottom half of the second. Dalton 1 and Cedartown 0. The 60-second break on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Are you ready for steel? Equipment, that is. At Croker's Hardware in Cedartown, we've got all the steel equipment. Blowers and shredder vacs, chainsaws, augers and drills, trimmers and brush cutters. We're very proud to be a retailer for the steel product line. As an independent dealer, we can provide many services that the big box chain stores just can't match. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is always ready to help you select the equipment that meets your specific needs. So call Croker's for a steel today. That's 770-748-4842 to learn more about steel in Cedartown.
Coverage of Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Big AA is brought to you in part by Republican State Representative Trey Kelly of Cedartown.
This is Representative Trey Kelly. I want to wish all the players and coaches a safe and successful season. You've worked hard to represent us on the field, and I'm proud to represent you in the Georgia House of Representatives. Again, this is Representative Trey Kelly, and I want to thank you for listening to the Big AA. Go Dogs!
This announcement paid for by State Representative Trey Kelly, kellyforhouse.com.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
Dogs go in order in the top of the second. We'll head to the home half of the second. Cedartown trails Dalton by a score of 1-0. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Catamounts. London, Cox, and Palma here in the bottom half of the second inning. Pilgrim completing his warm-up pitches, ready to go here. And the left fielder, London, will lead things off.
3 hits given up in that first inning, also a strikeout. Pilgrim deals, and it's a strike.
And one of those hits was a monster shot to left center field as it came off the fence. I saw that as I was coming down the stairs.
And I don't know how deep these fences are. That one down in the dirt for ball one, I would assume just a regular dimensions, but the fences here are very high all the way around, probably at least 10 feet, maybe 8 feet, I'm not sure, but it's higher than they are at Cedartown. A little bit upstairs there, 2 balls and a strike.
Of course, we'll be back in Cedartown Friday night for the doubleheader between these two squads.
Here's the 2-1. Popped up and out of play, 2-2.
That'll finish up the 3-game series, and then we will have the final series of the regular season.
Can you believe we're already
I can't.
There? I mean, it's
cannot.
crazy. Crazy to think about. The season has flown by. Dogs are almost assured a playoff spot. It just depends on where. Line to center field, right in line with Bryant Waddell. He's there to make the catch for out number 1.
And even though you're assured of that spot, you still want to finish the season strong. You want to finish as high in the region as you can. You know that first place is all but wrapped up, I would think, by Cartersville. It depends on what happens here this week. And then I guess wherever Allatoona currently sits could really make a difference and
that's outside ball 1.
Take away anybody's chances.
Cox, the third baseman at the plate for the Cats. Pilgrim deals. Breaking ball swung and missed.
A really good pitch there by Pilgrim. That'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Here's the pitch. It's another off-speed pitch, missing away that time, 2-1. To get down here, this the parking lot is actually on the top of a hill, or this is in I guess a little valley or a crevice or whatever. But to get down here with all of our equipment, had to go down a zigzag ramp, and that's going to be fouled off to the left side for strike 2. But it's a very nice facility out here off the Dalton bypass. Very close to Southeast Woodville High School.
Just as a reminder, though, folks, the Dalton bypass is a 55-mile-an-hour speed zone.
I may or may not have been driving that faster than that.
Well,
a little bit outside, says the home plate umpire. 3-2.
I can promise you, when I realized where I was, I
slowed down.
I did, and then I chuckled to myself as I pulled in to the park.
Payoff pitch on the way. Almost hit him inside, ball 4. So a 1-out free pass will put Cox aboard over at first base. Well, would you say that it's more of a speed trap than Aragon?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Those don't exist. There is not a speed trap in this world that is more potent than the big city of Aragon. Palma, the first baseman, will come to the plate with the runner over at first and 1 out in the inning.
Number 99, throw to first base back in time is Cox.
So let me ask you a question. You are much more of a historian and a student of the game than I am. Is Judge the first big guy to wear 99? I mean, is he the first one that's made it a popular number?
Grounded towards second, could be two. The feed over to short, the first, and it's a double play. Story to be continued in the third inning. Nothing doing for the Catamounts with one run, with nobody left on after the double play. 1-0 the score. Top of the third after this 60-second break on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673. Looking for great deals? Stop by Livewire Surplus, located on North Main Street in Cedartown. They've got everything from tools and generators to patio furniture, lawn mowers, flooring, cleaning supplies, mini splits, and much more. Whether you're tackling a project or upgrading your space, they've got what you need. Come check them out at the store today. You'll never know what you might find. Check them out on Facebook or visit their new website, livewiresurplus.com. That's Livewire Surplus, 546 North Main Street in Cedartown, 678-861-5021.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
Double play ends the inning. Still just one run on 3 hits for the Catamounts. The Dogs still looking for their first hit as we will head to the top of the third inning. Cedartown has gone in order so far. So it'll be 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Dogs. George, Flemister, and Waddell. Timothy George to lead things off. Top of the third inning.
Dogs got the offense going in the third game of that doubleheader against Cartersville, and so far nothing going for the Dogs here. Strike one they're called to Timothy. 0-1. Going to have that wind to contend with. We're kind of in a valley, so the wind kind of rushes down. Here's the 0-1. Called strike, a low strike, 0-2. Lower part of the zone, and Timothy will dig back in. No balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch on the way. It's low. Ball 1.
So to answer the trivia question, you had an answer.
Yeah, the Wild Thing.
Absolutely. Also,
Major League, baby. Major League and Major League 2.
Also, our home plate umpire had an answer as well. He heard the trivia question. Not a
bouncer to third base. Throw on to first. Low throw, but they got him. And that is 7 up, 7 down as George is retired.
Not a baseball number, but a big number in sports, though, number 99, Wayne Gretzky.
Absolutely.
Appreciate our home plate umpire there participating in today's trivia question, brought to you by an unknown source.
And I'm afraid he doesn't qualify for the prize.
He does not.
Yeah.
He does not. This will bring up Flemister.
Let's see if BJ can get something going for the Dogs. So far, a couple of strikeouts and some flyouts and some groundouts. Swung on and missed for strike 1.
He had to adjust his helmet right there before the pitch was thrown. With the way the wind is blowing here, everybody might need a chin strap. Try to keep their helmets and caps on. It is really picking up.
It's really whipping. Here's the 0-1. Called strike 2. 0-2 the count to Flemister. Bryant Waddell waiting on deck. The kick and the delivery. Just missed inside.
Yep.
Of course, the starting pitcher, Brown, wearing number 27, swung on and missed on that breaking ball, and that'll be out number 2.
Dogs got to figure something out here.
9th man up for the Bulldogs, an 8 up, 8 down, and Bryant Waddell, the 9th batter in the lineup.
Getting ready to go through the order for the second time. You would hope that the Dogs would be, able to pick up on something from Brown and apply that at their next at bat, but it'll be up to Waddell here if we don't want to get retired in order all the way through.
High chopper, shortstop. Picks and throws, and it's 9 up, 9 down. Nothing doing for the Bulldogs in the third. We head now to the bottom half of the inning. Dalton 1, Cedartown nothing. Back after this 60-second break on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Bradford's Drug Store in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated good neighbor pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacists take time to get to know you and answer any questions you may have. Go by and see Justin Strickland and all the folks at Bradford's, and be sure to use their convenient drive-thru. 500 North Main Street in Cedartown, 770-748-3100. Bradford's Drug, your locally owned and operated good neighbor pharmacy.
Hey, it's the Border Mexican Restaurant located at 718 North Main Street right here in Cedartown. They serve a wide variety of your favorite Mexican food made fresh daily. Great food, great fun. It's great for the whole family. Come see us at the Border Restaurant right here on Main Street in Cedartown, or you can call for takeout at 678-246-1031. The Border Mexican Restaurant is the best Mexican food north of the border. That's the Border Restaurant right here in Cedartown. Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
Nothing doing for the Dogs through 3 innings. Cedartown retired in order the first time through. So we'll head to the bottom of the third. It'll be 9-1-2 due up for the Catamounts. Lassiter, the second baseman, will lead things off. Owen Pilgrim still on the mound for the Dogs. Through 2 innings, he's given up 3 hits, 1 run, has walked 1, and recorded 1 strikeout.
First pitch is low and away for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes now to Lassiter.
Go, Matthew. Here we go, Matt.
The pitch. Low and away, ball 2. Atlanta Braves back in action tonight against the Angels. They have had a little bit of a skid lately. Pitch is low for ball 3.
3 in a row. Lost the last 2 to the Diamondbacks.
Boy, and to see Chris Sale kind of fall apart like that, that was a little concerning.
Got to bounce back tonight with a win.
Ronaldo Lopez will be on the mound for Atlanta. 3 balls and no strikes. And that's a called strike inside corner, 3-1. And we told you this is a turf field. Here's the 3-1. Tapper toward the left side and foul, 3-2. You know, for someone who, really has almost 0 experience playing ball at any level over the other than T-ball, and I don't even remember that myself. And in T-ball, you don't pitch. But I wonder if it's a different feel pitching off of that artificial mound rather than on a dirt mound. Payoff pitch on the way. Bouncer over to shortstop. Handles that hop. Ace Allen over to first base in time for the first out. And I bet since our board op today is one Joseph, he would probably he would probably tell me that he because he has pitched on a artificial mound before. He could tell me that.
You know, one thing that's pretty apparent, I think, is a big difference is, your landing spot is not going to.
It's not going to give any.
It's not going to give any, but it's also not going to lose dirt and start to kind of cave in and create a divot.
Here's Woods, the shortstop. He had a base hit his last time. That's a drive deep to left field. Flemister will come in this time. I think the wind might have knocked it down, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. So Woods was 1 for 1 with a run score, but now he's 1 for 2.
That's a big hit by Woods, and I think you're right. Had the wind not be blowing that one in, it looked like it was going to carry quite a bit, and so I think that's a little bit of a break there for the Dogs. Thankful to Mother Nature.
Chappelle takes high and inside, ball 1.
Had it been blowing the other way, I think we would have been in trouble. Yep.
Here's the 1-0.
Joseph
strike
confirmed. He
Definitely different.
Yep, he said, and it's a lot better because that landing spot does not change throughout the game. It stays consistent.
Doesn't wear.
Yep.
A little bit outside, 2-1 the count. I'll take his word for it because I've walked on the surface. That's about all I've done on turf. Breaking ball hit in the air, left center field. Going back on it is Waddell. He's there, and that's a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Dogs defense, and we'll take it. Top of the fourth coming up. Dalton 1, Cedartown nothing. 60-second break as we continue on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big Double A.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for 100 years. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call today for tee time, 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buckhannon Highway. Cedartown's original golf course celebrating 100 years. Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big Double A.
Good defensive inning for the Dogs in the bottom of the third. They're able to retire the Catamounts in order, so we will head to the top of the fourth. We'll also head back to the top of the order for the Dogs. It'll be Ace Allen, Keegan Bozeman, Tweet Gerald. Gerald, a victim of a strikeout in his first plate appearance. The Dogs still looking for their first hit of the afternoon. Hopefully, second time through the order, the Dogs will be able to figure some things out from Brown.
Well, the good thing, Sam, is only one strikeout. And really, in the Cartersville series, we didn't have a ton of strikeouts there. Ace Allen. Actually, we had 3 strikeouts, beg your pardon. I was looking at the wrong line, but only 3 strikeouts there. If we can limit that to what we've been seeing, this is not a team that is prone to strike out much. Brown deals on the way to Ace, and it's a breaking ball, ball 1.
Allen quickly back in the box.
Here's the 1-0. Hit on the ground sharply to third. What a stab over there at third by Cox. The throw to first in time. Great defensive play there by Cox, able to backhand that hard ground ball there by Ace Allen. More than likely stole a base hit away from him. One gone.
You know, I would think another difference too, and I kind of thought about it just as Cox was making that play and you were talking about it, is I think probably turf would be more consistent on the way that the ball is going to react off of the bat. You know, a lot of times with hard hit balls, it'll take a funny hop, and it's because it hits off the dirt a weird way.
Keegan Bozeman will take inside, ball 1.
I think that the turf would probably add to some sort of consistency to that as well.
Now you might know that in Major League Baseball, first the 1-0 pitch on the way. That ball is driven to left field. Going over on it is London in left, and he's got it for out number 2. He drove it pretty deep, but right at a guy, and that's something that the Dogs were doing in that first game against Cartersville. We were getting some contact, but hitting it right at guys. And so far, that's what the Dogs have done when we made contact here in this game. So that's out number 2, and here's Tweet Gerald, victim of a strikeout his last time.
See if Tweet can't put the ball in play here for the Dogs, pick up the first hit.
But anyway, back to what we were saying. First the pitch on the way to him. And it's a called strike 1. In Major League Baseball, turf fields are turf, but the pitching mound is dirt, the sliding lanes are dirt, and around home plate is dirt. To keep it consistent, I guess, throughout the entire league. That's down in the dirt for ball 1. And that is just a rule in Major League Baseball. Now, in minor league baseball, different story. I think the new turf at Avon Health Stadium, which they just installed recently, I don't think it has a dirt mound. 1-1 on the way. I think Joseph could also confirm that because Joseph plays on that field.
That's right. I tell you, Joseph has just come in clutch today, and he didn't even know it.
He didn't even know it.
He didn't realize he was going to be a part of the turf conversation.
2-1 is fouled at the plate. Kind of a painful one off of the instep there of Gerald.
He said it does have a dirt mound.
It does have a dirt mound. So they keep it consistent with fields in the major leagues. But you go to travel ball fields, and most of them that are turf are all turf.
This is exactly what they look like. Absolutely.
Here's the 2-2. Lifted into the air in shallow right field. The ball will be caught by the right fielder on the run, Nelson. Another one that was hit and could have been a base hit, but he dives in there and makes the catch and robs Gerald of a hit. So the Dogs still yet to have a hit as we head now to the bottom half of the fourth inning. It's Dalton 1 and Cedartown nothing. Back after this 60-second timeout on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
There's nothing quite like the indoor comfort of a Daikin HVAC system. And not everyone can deliver the HVAC expertise and service quite like us, your local Daikin Comfort Pro. We're committed to your heating and cooling needs, whether you're looking for a system checkup or a replacement that fits your lifestyle and budget. Call us, your local Daikin Comfort Pro, today.
Call MasterTech Heating and Air at 770-748-6965 or visit us online at mymastertech.com, and go Dogs.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
Again, nothing doing for the Dogs in the top of the inning, so we'll go to the home half of the fourth. Dalton with a 1-0 lead over the Dogs. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Catamounts. Renfro will lead things off. He is 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
Renfro checks his swing, but I think it was a strike called anyway.
Yep. Good-looking pitch there for Pilgrim to get him started.
0-1 the count. Pilgrim gave up those hits in the first inning. Since then, he's been pretty good. Breaking ball misses up, 1-1.
A good-looking pitch there, too. Just left it up too much.
Got a double play also in past couple of innings. That's down low, 2-1. The kick and the pitch. Popped him up. That will be behind us. And it lands on the sidewalk behind our broadcast booth, which is right in front of the first base grandstands.
Yep. I mean, right in front of them.
And what's ironic, what's kind of something we never really get to experience, and that is the fact that we are one with the Cedartown dugout. Popped up. That'll also be out of place. Strike 2.
Yeah, interesting. There are no sides to it, so it's just open.
There's no barrier, so you could just walk over to the dugout. I can see everything going on in there. They can't hide anymore.
That's right.
Here's the pitch. Just a bit outside for ball 3. I like this umpire. He tells us vocally where the ball is.
I agree.
Full count, 3-2. Pilgrim deals. Hit deep left field. Flemister still going. On the run, makes the catch. He had that judged just right. And he had to really book it from the start to even get to it, but ran it down for the first out.
I'll tell you what, the last couple of games, B.J. Flemister has really been putting in the work over in left field. He's played well for the Dogs defensively. Having to run down some. This will be Nielsen. He made a heck of a play out in right field earlier.
Nielsen 1 for 1. He fouls that one off for strike 1.
Good job, Tate. Way to be aggressive.
Made that diving grab. He also has a hit on the afternoon, 1 for 1. One of the 3 Catamounts hits.
Long look in by Owen. Kicks and fires. Line left field, base hit.
He's 2 for 2.
Yes, he is, and he hit it solidly. It's like he knew it was coming. And that'll be a 1-out base runner for the Catamounts here in the bottom of the 4th.
This will bring up the opposing pitcher, Brown. He is 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Comes to the plate with the runner over at first, 1 out. Gets a sign from the third base coach and is in the box and ready to go.
Pilgrim comes set and deals, and it's upstairs, ball one. Lots of big things happening tonight. Of course, we'll be following the results of the 14th district runoff. There's a pitch, and that's outside. 2 balls and no strikes.
Did you vote today or did you early vote?
I voted today.
You know, I
have
voted.
The sticker on.
I voted today. You know who else voted today?
Who?
Your mother.
She did?
Yes, because she was leaving as I was walking in. Got a chance to talk to Miss Reed.
That's popped up right side, out of play. 2 balls and a strike, I believe, yes. Lands in the other field behind us. Yeah, I voted today. Typically, I'll early vote, but there was only 4 days to early vote this time.
You know, and I'm typically not an early voter. For some reason, I just feel like that you should go vote on Election Day. And so that's what I do.
2 balls and a strike, and the pitch on the way from Owen is going to miss.
Now, the last time we voted, I was there at 7:01. And I was the first person in the building. This morning I was a little later. I didn't get there till about 7:40, 7:45-ish.
Well, I voted at lunch today at Pine Bower Gym. That's upstairs. Or that throw to first is up, but back safely is the runner.
I was very disappointed in myself that I was not there sooner.
3-1 pitch, ball 4. Upstairs, first and second with 1 out.
This is going to bring up London, the left fielder.
Also, some deadlines are looming for some international news, which we'll be following as well. Coaching visit, Coach Lane out of the dugout to talk to Pilgrim and the entire infield. But you didn't come to hear about the news. You came to hear about some baseball, so we'll talk about that. Needless to say, though, I'll put a bow on the news item by saying we'll post the results tonight and have them on our local news tomorrow.
I tell you, I know you can't do it tonight because obviously we're here, but I very much enjoy your election results broadcast that you do.
Well, we'll definitely do that in the May primary and in November.
I always tune in, especially when you're able to get Matt Foster in on the broadcast with you. I enjoy the commentary and the insight and just good coverage from the Big Double A's Andrew Carter.
First and second, London at the plate. He's 0 for 1. Look to second, and the pitch is low and away, ball 1. I've also noticed too on this field that that home plate is actually
just painted
onto the turf. It's not actually a plate itself. It's just a painted section of the turf. That's upstairs, ball 2, 2-0.
No dusting required.
Nope.
The broom lobby had a fit about turf fields, but
they lost.
They did.
Called strike 1 right there.
So did the chalk lobby. They came together, but they just erased each other.
But the rubber tire recycling lobby really loves it.
They did.
2 balls and a strike in the pitch. In the dirt and a good stop. Oh, we could have gotten that runner at first base, but I think we were paying more attention to the lead runner and couldn't get it to go. So that'll be ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Do not want to walk him here and load the bases with 1 out.
He's a pitch away from doing that. 3-1 on the way, and that is ball 4, and they are loaded up.
So this will load the bases as London draws the 1 out walk, and that's going to bring up Cox. And he walked in his last plate appearance. So you've got Nielsen at third, Brown at second, London at first, Cox at the plate. Shows bunt.
London Cox bunts it, and he catches it. Throw to first, do they get the double?
Yep.
Yes, they did. What a play. And that, folks, will leave the Catamounts stunned. Double play, 1 out. The bunt was caught on a diving attempt there by Pilgrim. Throws to first to get the double play, the runner leaning off, and what an outstanding defensive play. That saved at least, 1 run. It's going to stay 1-0 as we head to the 5th inning. This game is flying by, folks. Cedartown Bulldogs baseball in the Big Double A back after this 60-second break.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, two Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer. And that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Have you been to Croker's Hardware and Supply lately? Croker's is the place to find everything you need, from boots to fencing, from plumbing supplies to wood and gas stove fittings, everything, even paint and flooring. Whether you're building or repairing, everything you need is right here at Croker's Hardware on East Avenue. Name brands galore right here in your back door. Orca and Yeti coolers and tumblers, case knives, native eyewear, buck stove grills, and more. At Croker's, you can find everything.
Go by and see the friendly staff there at 1192 Rockmart Highway. That's Croker's Hardware in Cedartown.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
Owen Pilgrim flashing the leather. Starting a double play to get the Dogs out of the inning with the bases loaded and just one out. We'll go to the top of the fifth inning. It's going to be 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Dogs, Perkins, Holiday, and Allred. Everett leads things off.
Good guy to maybe get the hip parade started. Checked his swing. He went around, says the umpire. 0-1. I think he did. I think it was the right call. 0-1 the count. Tapper foul, strike 2.
Did you watch last night's national championship game?
Some of it.
I watched the first half.
I watched the actually the end of the game.
I was in bed by the end of the game. In fact, halftime was it.
I was not, because I had to deal with a screaming baby. 0-2 line off the glove of the third baseman into the left field for a base hit. That'll be the Dogs' first hit. And as we mentioned before, Perkins gets it going.
Well, somebody called it, and his name's Andrew Carter. You're exactly right. Perkins always a threat to pick up a base hit. And now you'll bring up Dalen Holiday, another kid that can always put the ball in play for you.
Holiday 0 for 1. For the first time, the stretch in the pitch, and it's a strike. He was unable to check his swing. Was Holiday, the left-handed batter.
I thought he did a pretty good move there at home plate.
I thought so too. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. He's in the hole 0-2.
And I got to protect here if you're Dayton. Just be smart here, which he is a very smart hitter anyways.
Brown deals. Line right field, and it's going to go down to the gap and toward the fence. Perkins booking it to third. Rounds third, heads toward home. Throw will not be in time, and we are tied at 1. RBI double by Dalen Holiday, and just like that, the Bulldogs have tied this baby up.
Well, and we talked about with Perkins, just he's the guy to get it started, and then you bring in Holiday, and you know what he can do with the bat in his hands. It just drove it. By the time it got to the fence, just the speed of Perkins just motoring around second, and Coach Brett Lane was giving him the green light the whole way.
The whole way. I mean, he was absolutely, you just knew that was going to happen.
So Holiday out at second base, nobody out. The Dogs have tied it, and it's Gavin Allred. He was a victim of a strikeout his first plate appearance. He'll call time, and it'll be granted, and he'll back out of the box. Just a great piece of hitting there from Holiday. He was down 0-2 in the count and just found a pitch and drove it.
Stretch and the pitch on the way from Brown, squares to bunt, takes it back. Ball
1. Maybe just trying to catch Dalton sleeping there. Showing bunt to start with.
Cedartown dugout making some noise. Go ahead run in scoring position. The pitch outside, ball 2, 2-0.
There they take the bunt sign off. As Dalton was expecting it again, the third baseman, especially Cox, came charging in.
And I wonder if that bunt attempt wasn't just a show-me bunt.
I think it was.
Squares to bunt again, takes low, goes to third, and the throw comes in there, and is he safe?
No call. They're going to call him safe. I think he got around the tag. It was short hopped.
Never was tagged.
Yep, it was short hopped to Cox over at third.
Now
around him.
I wonder, did he go by mistake? Because it was the bunt sign was on, but he was going and he stole third base. Yep. 3 balls and no strikes. The runner at third now. And the pitch. Called strike 1, 3-1 the count. Go ahead, run 90 feet away at third.
And you're still in the driver's seat here if you're Gavin. 3-1.
Nobody out. And the pitch on the way. Inside, and that is ball 4.
Yep, so that'll put runners at first and third. Runners on the corners, and George will come to the plate.
Let's see if Coach Lane elects to put a courtesy runner out at first.
So far,
no.
Yep, no movement yet. I don't see anybody putting a helmet on either. So,
nope. So it looks like he'll just run for himself. Timothy George will come to the plate now. Timothy is 0 for 1, as was everybody else until this inning. Brown, the stretch, and rounded up the middle and through. The shortstop tripped over as he was moving over, and the Dogs take the lead. Timothy George with an RBI single to give Cedartown the lead, 2-1.
And I think we had the hit and run on there because it looked like Allred had left pretty early and was on his way to second. And the Dogs cash it in. Jump out to a lead.
Allred stops at second base, RBI single. Now we have time called. Yep. Coaching visit for Dalton.
But what a great rally for the Dogs to start here in the top of the 5th inning. We had gone in order so far. No hits for Cedartown, and then all of a sudden Everett Perkins comes up and just gets you a base hit, a single off the glove of the third baseman, shortstop over there. I can't remember which one it was, but it was on the left side. And then Dalen Holiday with the big RBI double. And then he picks up a stolen base.
And then comes home to score on a base hit.
Yep.
The lightning speed.
Absolutely.
Listen, that is what, 2 or 3 stolen bases for Day this season.
And that's 2 or 3 more than I would have given him at the beginning of the season. Had you asked me to put the over/under, I definitely would have bet the under.
And I mean this with all the respect due. I mean that just goes on to show you that he's a smart baseball player.
Yes, he is. Absolutely.
B.J. Flemister, the batter, he is hitless with a strikeout.
And he can absolutely get out there and hustle with the rest of them.
Still nobody out, by the way, in this inning with 2 runs already across.
Good opportunity for Flemister here. Just got to sit back and look for a good pitch and drive it.
You know, I feel like the momentum really swung when we had that double play to end the previous inning. Squares to bunt, takes it back, and it's low and away, ball 1. I think what we're doing is trying to get this infield off kilter because the shortstop out there, that was Woods, broke toward the base. I think he was breaking toward the base maybe to cover the bag, but then the ground ball came toward him. He lost his footing on this turf and fell over. 1 ball, no strike. Squares to bunt again. The bunt is popped up and off the netting. A foul ball.
Well, Coach Lane not above playing a little mind games with the Catamounts here. He knows this is a good ball club, and you got to do everything you can to pick up a win against them. And if that means playing a little chicken at the plate, fry it up, my friend. Fry it up.
The stretch by Brown, the 1-1. Swung on and missed. Good pitch there from Brown. Strike 2.
Yep. Not a bad pitch at all.
1 ball, 2 strikes. No one out. 2 runs in. Runners on first and second for the Bulldogs. And the pitch. Tapper foul.
Good battle there by Flemister.
You know, I was making the comment to somebody the other day, I was glad that we didn't have to do another doubleheader on the road. The only downside to that is you have to drive to Dalton twice in 2 weeks in the middle of the week. But I'll take that over staying here till 11 o'clock at night. Line to left field. That ball is down for a base hit. Stopping at third is Allred. The bases are loaded. And still nobody out. The Dogs' hit parade continues in this inning.
Yep. Good piece of hitting there by B.J. Flemister. Again, not trying to do too much with it. Laced it into left field, got it down. And now you'll bring up Bryant Waddell. Waddell is 0 for 1. He had a ground ball to the infield and made it a close play over at first in his first plate appearance.
Bases full for Waddell. The pitch is a strike called. It was dropped, but with the bases loaded, nobody advancing. 0-1 the count now to the Bulldogs center fielder. Ace Allen on deck. I'm sure he's
he's
chomping at the bit right now.
He's ready to go.
0-1 to Waddell. Fouled off the screen. Nothing into the count to it.
And if you could get to Ace without an out, he could do some damage for you.
Oh-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him swinging for out number 1.
Well, Ace will get to come to the plate. He's got an out, but he's still got the bases loaded, so he can still do some damage for the Dogs here. Top of the 5th inning, Dogs striking for 2 runs so far.
Ace is 0 for 2.
The Dogs were hitless before we got this inning going with Everett Perkins.
2 runs across. Here's the pitch. That's low. 1-0 the count to the Bulldogs. Double alt, Ace Allen. Brown with pitch number 65 in just a moment. We had time called.
Yeah, you wanted to go through the signs again with Renfro, the catcher.
And Ace adjusts his batting gloves. The pitch to him. High strike call. 1-1.
He's operating in the upper part of the zone with that one.
Cedartown 2, Dalton 1. We're even in the hit column at 4. 1-1 on the way to Ace. High and tight. Ball 2.
Just got to be patient here if you're Ace. I think obviously either Brown is starting to slip a little bit or we're seeing more now that we've gone through the order twice.
2-1 is outside, ball 3, no place to put him. Is Ace taking all the way? That's the question.
That is.
I think if it's down the middle, he's swinging.
I think you're right. I think he's going after this one if it's a pitch that he thinks he can drive.
I mean, Ace in the driver's seat here. If he can get one to drive, and I mean, Brown has to throw the strike here. The 3-1 called strike 2. Ace thought he had a walk there. 3-2. Inside corner now. Who knows what's going to happen?
Yep. You try to throw something to get Ace to chase something out of the zone. You try to paint a corner. You know he's going to protect here.
Here comes the payoff pitch. That one hit him. Hit batsman, and that'll put Ace at first base, move everybody up 90 feet, and the 3rd run will score as Gavin Allred touches home.
Came right across the chest in what looked like the area of the Cedartown, and the number just brushed his jersey as it came by. So that does plate the 3rd Cedartown run here in the top of the 5th inning, and the Dogs have a 2-run lead, and the bases are still loaded.
Keegan Bozeman has made contact already, just hasn't had anything to show for it yet. Cut and miss on a high pitch there.
Let me tell you what, he was trying to make a lot of contact right there.
No balls and 1 strike. Cedartown has struck for 3 in the inning. 3-1 the score. Wanting more. Here's the 0-1 on the way to Keegan. Hits it on the ground, little tapper toward first, and he mishandles the bobble. 1 run is in. It's 4-1. That'll probably be an error there on the handling of that little ground ball. Almost a swinging bunt that went down the first base line.
That's going to be an E3 over there on Palma. Just was trying to rush it too much. Was going to try to turn 2 to get him out of the inning.
Or at least go home and get the lead runner.
Either way, results in a run and still just 1 out.
Here's Tweet. 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Gerald almost got hit that time. Buzzed the tower for ball 1.
You know, I think if there's anything that we can take away from the Cartersville series as a learning opportunity is we have got to put runs on the board when we've got runners in scoring position.
Yes.
We left too many base runners on during the Cartersville series.
1-0 pitch is high for ball 2.
And a team as good as the Hurricanes and as good as the Catamounts here in Dalton, if you make that mistake too many times, they're going to come back and make you pay for it. And Cartersville did, and we don't want to repeat those errors further north.
2-0 pitch popped up and out of play for strike 1.
We're a batter away from getting back to Everett Perkins and batting through the lineup here in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, Perk began this hit parade in this inning with a single and would later score. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one almost hit. That did hit.
Yep.
That one grazed his side. And you can't say he didn't try to get out of the way of that one.
He did a nice little twirl move to try to get out of there.
It's 5-1 Cedartown. Bases loaded hit batsman, the second one in a row there, and that'll bring up Perkins for the second time in the inning, the 10th man to come to the plate.
And it does not look like that they have anybody warming up right now, does Dalton. Now, number 33 just took his jacket off in the dugout, and he is going to warm up.
Chance for Perkins to bust this game wide open.
So you would think Brown's got to go through at least, 2 more hitters before relief is ready?
Fly ball down the right side and foul.
And there they go. They will send number 33.
By the way, the bullpen is in the field of play. It's in foul ground down the left side. They're going to actually hold up play while the catcher and pitcher go out there to start warming up. .33 Ben Weaver, I believe, is the one going out there to pitch. You got another one going out there. Braylon Collins.
He's the safety man.
Make sure yeah, I see what you mean.
Yep. He's going to make sure that nothing gets hit their way without them seeing it. Bases loaded for the Dogs. Allen at third, Bozeman at second, Gerald at first. 1 out in the inning. Perkins at the plate. He's behind in the count, 0-1.
And the pitch. Strike 2 called about knee high. 0-2 now to Perk.
Cedartown with 4 hits, 5 runs. 4-run lead.
0-2. Line left side. It's going to get past the shortstop, and 1 run will score. Station to station, and it's 6-1 Bulldogs. RBI single, second hit of the inning for Perkins, and the Dogs continue to pour it on the Catamounts here in the 5th inning.
Again, just another great piece of hitting there by Perkins. Just driving the ball in a gap. And we're just going to play it station to station as long as we can. So Bozeman will move up to third. Tweet goes to second. Everett over at first. And Dalen Holiday, who had the big RBI double, he's back at the plate.
Yeah, he smacked it the last time. Bases still loaded. The pitch. Fouled off. 0-1 the count to him. It is spring break for Polk School District this week.
Yeah, it is.
But if you play baseball or a spring sport, you don't go on spring break until the season is over. And hopefully that won't be for a while for these Bulldogs. 0-1 on the way to Day. And he'll take a bit inside for ball 1.
Yep. Good eye there by Holiday.
Yeah! 1-1 delivery. Did that hit him? No, it did not. 2-1.
It's pretty dang close. Yeah. Shoe top level was that pitch from Brown to Holiday.
Oh, his pants kind of jostled. I wondered if it might have just brushed a thread of his pants. Fly ball to left field. That should be deep enough to score the run. Catch is made. Here comes Bozeman from third. Throw into home, and he is out.
Yep. Great throw.
Double play ends the. I mean, you got to give credit where credit is due. most high school outfielders cannot make that play from the left side, and Bozeman's a fast runner too, but they do get him to complete the double play. But the Dogs score a bunch. 6 runs in here in the top of the 5th inning. They take a 5-1 lead, or 6-1 lead over the Catamounts as we head now to the bottom half of the inning after a 60-second break on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big Double A.
Coverage of Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Big Double A is brought to you in part by Republican State Representative Trey Kelly of Cedartown.
This is Representative Trey Kelly. I want to wish all the players and coaches a safe and successful season. You've worked hard to represent us on the field, and I'm proud to represent you in the Georgia House of Representatives. Again, this is Representative Trey Kelly, and I want to thank you for listening to the Big Double A. Go Dogs!
This announcement paid for by State Representative Trey Kelly, kellyforhouse.com.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
Six runs on 5 hits for the Dogs in the top of the 5th inning, and we take a 6-1 lead into the home half of the 5th. Things got started off with Everett Perkins, and we would bat through the lineup. And just a great offensive inning for the Dogs, and much better about pushing runs home with runners in scoring position. Now, the Dogs did leave a bunch of runners on there to end the inning, but we were thrown out at home on a play that was, I told Andrew during the break, given that same circumstance, again, I'm still going to send him.
Oh, yeah.
That was just a great throw from the outfield.
Statistically, that you just about score on that. That's a sac fly, just about. I mean, he was medium depth. I mean, he was. But he came in on it and had some good momentum to throw to the plate. So that was just a great play there by the left fielder, London.
It'll be 8-9-1 due up for the Catamounts here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Palma will lead things off. He's 0 for 1.
Palma will take a strike there from Pilgrim.
And I tell you, I think you hit the nail on the head earlier. You said that the momentum really shifted when Pilgrim made that diving grab to end the inning. Let's see if we can keep it going.
Swung on and missed. Fooled him there on that one. They were talking about players that have worn number 99. Spencer Strider wears number 99. Pitch on the way. Just off the plate for ball 1. We've yet to see Spencer Strider this season. He started the season on the injured list with an oblique injury. Hopefully he will be back.
Yeah, we need that
sooner than later.
That rotation to really be shored up, and I think that bringing Strider back would definitely help cement that lineup.
Pilgrim throws a breaking ball, and it's fouled off the backstop. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Although so far, I have been impressed with our starting rotation.
Yeah, with the exception of the hiccup by Chris Sale last night. Line to right field, going in toward the foul territory. That'll be out of play.
And you know that is uncharacteristic and probably going to be a
rarity.
A rarity for Sale.
Well, and he was frustrated, visibly frustrated. Yeah. 1-2 pitch, down low, ball 2.
Keep working, 9-9. Keep working.
Interested to see what Lopez is able to do tonight.
He's looked good so far. Pitch on the way. Popped right side. Perkins giving chase. Is he going to have room? No, just out of room along the fence.
Yep.
Count will stay at 2-2. So, yeah, Perkins typically would start the first game of a series, but as we mentioned, he came in relief and actually had a pretty good amount of pitches in that second game of the doubleheader against Cartersville.
And you also don't know how exactly Dalton's rotation is going either. It may just...
2-2 on the way. Popped up. Right side, it'll be Tweet underneath it, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. If you can induce pop-ups like that, We've said it many times that Pilgrim's been on the mound. He's going to have a good day, and with the exception of that first inning where he gave up the multiple hits in the run, he's had a great day so far.
So this will bring up Lassiter, who is 0 for 1. The second baseman comes to the plate with the bases empty and 1 out.
Line foul left side. Look out, folks, down the... If you're walking in the ballpark, that one's going to whiz right towards you.
Through 4 1/3. Pilgrim has only given up the 1 run on 4 hits. He has walked 3, and he only has 1 strikeout. But like you said, outside of that first inning, he has looked sharp for the Dogs.
Off-speed pitch just missing, ball 1.
Way to be aggressive, man.
Woods is on deck for the Catamounts, back to the top of the order after Lassiter.
1-1 pitch on the way is low, ball 2.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Well, the Dogs' bats came alive. Let's see if the Braves' bats can come alive tonight. I think that's the question I have. Swung on a miss, strike 2.
You know, and it seems like early in the season, we're going to continue that streak of the Braves win when we can hit the long ball.
Well, and also, despite all that, a much better start than last year. The pitch. Down low for ball 3.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the Braves were struggling mightily early in the season and then really put them behind the 8 ball for most of the year. Payoff pitch. Ball 4 upstairs.
You know, they're 6 and 4 right now. They have lost 3 straight, though. I think this is a pivotal night for them to pick up a win and get back in the win column.
Here's the thing: they've lost 3 straight, but they still haven't lost a series yet.
No, they have not.
Now today will decide whether or not they lose a series or not. So there's a walk, and here's Woods. Woods 1 for 2. Lassiter over at first base. Upstairs to Woods for ball 1.
Now, what you don't want to have happen here is Pilgrim struggling to find the strike zone.
The stretch, the pitch, and it's up for ball 2.
And both of those has been well out of the zone.
Well, again, you have to go from the stretch with a runner on base, and some pitchers will tell you it's an uncomfortable feeling to do that, or at least it's different than what you're used to. And that one misses up upstairs as well for ball 3, 3-0 the count. And sometimes you just have to reset your mechanics. And a balk has been called.
So that moves the runner up to second. No pitch. Lassiter goes from first to second, and the count remains 3 balls and no strikes on Woods.
You heard the home plate umpire who called the balk said he didn't come set. Here's the pitch. And that's ball 4. Throw to second base. Oh, and they almost got him. The throw bounced up there. He was leaning off the bag at second. But he's back in there safely. So runners on first and second with 1 out. So really, with the walk there, the situation would pretty much be exactly the same anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
2 on now. Here's Chappelle, who is 1 for 2. Line left field, back toward the wall. That ball is out of here. Long gone, a line drive homer off that tall fence. And just like that, the Catamounts are back in this thing. It is 6-4. A 3-run home run by Chappelle, and he blasted it. And here comes Coach Lane.
Yep.
Timothy George is coming in from right field, and we'll see if they take the ball away, and they will. That'll be it for Pilgrim. So he'll leave with a lead, 6-4. It was It was a 6-1 score when this inning started, but the 3-run home run gives Dalton a 2-run deficit. And we believe it'll be Timothy George. At least he goes into the dugout to get a different glove from right field. So we'll tell you the adjustments when we come back. The base is empty, 1 out. 3 runs in on the 3-run home run there by Chappelle. We'll take a 60-second break and be back after this word from our sponsors on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Looking for great deals? Stop by Livewire Surplus, located on North Main Street in Cedartown. They've got everything from tools and generators to patio furniture, lawn mowers, flooring, cleaning supplies, mini splits, and much more. Whether you're tackling a project or upgrading your space, they've got what you need. Come check them out at the store today. You'll never know what you might find. Check them out on Facebook or visit their new website, livewiresurplus.com. That's Livewire Surplus, 546 North Main Street in Cedartown, 678-861-5021. Bradford's Drug Store in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacists take time to get to know you and answer any questions you may have. Go by and see Justin Strickland and all the folks at Bradford's, and be sure to use their convenient drive-thru. 500 North Main Street in Cedartown, 770-748-3100. Bradford's Drug, your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
6-4 is your score. Dalton Catamounts striking for 3 runs on a big 3-run blast. And that will do it for Owen Pilgrim. So it will be Timothy George that will come in to relieve Pilgrim. That'll move Keegan Bozeman to right field to fill in for George. Perkins will now move over to third base, and Dalen Holiday, who was DHing, will come in and play first. So that's going to be your defensive adjustments, and now George will see Renfro, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. 1 out in the inning, bottom of the 5th. Dogs now with just a 2-run lead.
Timothy kicks and deals. Ball 1 inside.
I think going to George shows just how critical this game is for the Dogs.
Here's the 1-0. Popped up and out of play for strike 1.
So that'll even up the count.
Pilgrim 75 pitches, 40 strikes.
1 ball, 1 strike on Renfro.
Tapper toward third. Perkins over there at the hot corner. Fields and throws. Good play. Got it. 2 gone.
I think that's an important quick out there for George.
Yeah.
Coming in this situation, you know you're coming in a big spot. Dalton with some momentum. You want to kill the rally and get a quick out, and that's exactly what George was able to do. So that's going to bring up Nielsen. He is 2 for 2, though. He's been carrying a hot bat this afternoon. Let's see if we can retire him for the first time here in the bottom of the 5th.
Timothy George deals, and it bounces up there for ball 1. One and nothing the count. Pitch. Ball 2 down low.
Come tight.
Home half of the 5th. Dalton with a 3-run rally so far. Down the left field line, that is a fair ball into the corner. Bryant Waddell will have to deal with the pitcher's mound over there, so he'll stay there with a double.
That was just right down the line.
Yeah.
And Nielsen stays perfect. He's 3 for 3.
Hey, we need you big right here.
Tying run comes to the plate.
All you got to do is swing hard.
Brown, he's 0 for 1, and he's got a walk.
Chance for the pitcher to help himself here. 2 outs in the inning. 6-4 the score. Bottom half of the 5th.
If you're the Dogs, you got to get out of it right here.
George looks towards second, and he'll deal. And it's right down Main Street for strike 1.
Go to the 6th and see if we can't tack on an insurance run or 2.
Fouled off to the left. Strike two. 2 quick strikes.
You know, this game was on autopilot until you said something.
Until I said something, and then here it comes. It's the.
Yep.
That's how it always happens, right?
Yep. And now we're having to hand fly this thing.
Here's the 0-2. Got him looking for strike 3 to end the inning. But it was a big inning for the Catamounts. They're back in this ball game. A 3-run home run by Chappelle there. And it is 6-4 as we head to the top of the 6th after this 60-second break on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big Double Up.
Hey, it's the Border Mexican Restaurant located at 718 North Main Street right here in Cedartown. They serve a wide variety of your favorite Mexican food made fresh daily. Great food, great fun. It's great for the whole family. Come see us at the Border Restaurant right here on Main Street in Cedartown. Or you can call for takeout at 678-246-1031. The Border Mexican Restaurant is the best Mexican food north of the border. That's the Border Restaurant right here in Cedartown.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for 100 years. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call today for tee time, 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buckhannon Highway. Cedartown's original golf course celebrating 100 years. Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double-A.
3 runs on 2 hits for the Catamounts in the bottom of the 5th inning makes it a 6-4 game. Dogs with a 2-run lead as we will head to the top of the 6th inning. Brown, who had a really rocky 5th inning for the Catamounts, giving up 6 runs, is back out on the mound here to start the 6th. It'll be Allred, George, and Flemister due up for the Dogs, 6, 7, and 8. Allred is 0 for 1. A strikeout, a walk, and a run scored.
I think it's important for the Bulldogs to pick up right where they're left off in the previous inning. Let's see if they're able to do that here.
Well,
first pitch to him is down low for ball 1.
And I think especially because you've got the same pitcher back out there. You just want to keep that going. If it was a new pitcher, you might have to have a little bit of room for adjustment, but we know what Brown's throwing.
1-0 pitch, tapper foul, 1-1.
We've kind of figured out how to attack him a little bit better. Dogs just seeing the ball better. I agree. Just keep it rolling here if you're the guys in black.
Brown up to 84 pitches. 1 ball and 1 strike to Allred. The pitch. Called strike 2.
That was a good pitch there by Brown. He went all speed with that one.
The 1-2 pitch. Swung and fouled. Didn't get much of the ball.
No, he did not.
I still don't see it. There we go. I failed it, but I don't see it.
I like this umpire.
I do too.
Answered our trivia question.
Absolutely.
Tells us where the pitch is.
Exactly.
I
Tells
mean,
us where it's missing.
this is top notch right here.
Providing some good commentary.
Yeah. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Hit to right field, and it's going to get down for a base hit. So Cedartown with another hit here. That'll be their 6th hit of the game. And that'll put the Bulldogs catcher Allred on board for the 2nd time today.
But it looks like Brown went something a little bit off speed again, and you kind of saw Gavin. He kind of laid back on that one a little bit and then was able to drive it. So Allred over at first. Leadoff single, and that brings up Timothy George. He is 1 for 2. He has walked, struck out, and he's also scored a run for the Dogs.
Timothy now pitching in relief. Runner does not go. The pitch is low for ball 1.
He took a big jump over there like he was going to, though.
By the way, the batting lineup stays the same despite the defensive mix. They take out the DH with Holiday now playing first base. 1 ball and no strikes. Brown over to first base, and diving back in there safely is Gavin Allred. 6-4 lead for the Bulldogs. It was 1-0 for quite a while until this previous inning.
And then it all kind of unloaded for both squads.
No doubt.
Cedartown picked up 6 runs, and then Dalton would come back and counter with 3.
1 ball, no strikes. Squares to bunt. It's high. Throw goes down to second base. It overthrows everybody. It's going to be backed up there by the center fielder, Chappelle. But Allred will be in at second base. I don't know if they get him with a good throw. So it's 2 balls and no strikes.
Yep, credit Allred with the swiped bag. And now you've got George ahead in the count, 2-0.
Pitch on the way. George takes high and tight, ball 3.
You know, I think anytime Cedartown has stolen bases in the same game by Dalen Holiday and Gavin Allred, I think you're doing something right.
Yes.
Just guys that you're not used to seeing swap bags for the Dogs, but you know they can when you need them to. Coach Lane pulling out all the stops.
3-0 call, strike 1.
He was headed to first.
Timothy thought he had ball 4.
He did.
You know, that kind of reminded me. Do you remember when Ronald Acuna took ball 3 in the playoffs, and then
he came back and just crushed it.
Crushed a grand slam. 3-1 pitch, fouled away left side, strike 2. Would not to be this time, at least not on that next pitch.
And no granny opportunity here for George.
I'll take a 2-run home.
I would take a 2-run shot. You got that right.
Even a base hit. I'll take a base hit. Base hit to right field, that'd score already easy. Full count now to the Bulldogs. Timothy George. Brown looks towards second. And the payoff pitch. Breaking ball, got him looking.
Yep.
Good pitch there from Brown for the first out.
And he knew it too. Just kind of had to shake his head and walk back. So that'll bring up B.J. Flemister.
You know, most pitchers that hit rarely argue or gripe about balls and strikes because they want to make sure they get that same pitch.
Absolutely they do. Flemister 1 for 2, a run scored and a strikeout.
And it was part of that big inning for the Bulldogs in the 5th.
At the plate now with a runner over at second and 1 out, and the pitcher Brown will step off. And I just think this is a big inning here because I think you got to strike while the iron is hot and get as many out of Brown as you can get.
The pitch. He went around, tried to check it, but he could not.
I don't know what the rest of their pitching staff looks like as far as any of their relievers.
Well, and again, this is no disrespect to Dalton, but they have the only really contending team they have played in this region so far has been Allatoona, and they lost 2 out of 3 to them. That's outside for ball 1. Not saying this is not a quality team. That's not what I mean.
Right, because it absolutely is.
You look at what this Dalton team has done this year. I mean, I don't care if you're playing the worst teams in the world. If you're coming into this game at second place and only losing 2 region games, you're doing pretty good.
Absolutely, you are.
Needless to say, the Dogs have gotten their hardest series behind them, at least to this point. And they will end with what you would classify as an easy series with Southeast Whitfield. And again, no disrespect meant there, but just the record speaks for itself. 1 ball, 1 strike now. The count to B.J. Flemister. Allred at second. Grounded toward third. Gets through him. He'll have to stop at third base because Allred had to wait to make sure it wasn't picked up by the third baseman. That'll probably be an E5, I would guess.
Yeah, I think it's got to be. Cox just couldn't handle it over there at third, and it was a hard hit ball, but it was not anything that you think would cause a lot of problems for the third baseman. And they will rule that an error. And so that'll put runners at the corners. Still just 1 out.
Bozeman, Gerald, and Waddell, the only guys on the batting lineup without a hit. Squares to bunt, takes outside and low. Ball 1. Although Bozeman took he's 0 for 3, but Bozeman has an RBI. Gerald's got an RBI, even though they don't have hits. 1 ball, no strikes. Runners at the corners. Line down the right field line and foul. Had to watch the home plate umpire for that one. Could not see where it was going.
No, that is beyond our view.
1 ball and 1 strike your count to the Dogs center fielder Bryant Waddell.
Well, I think the only thing that you want to try to avoid here is just hitting something that could result in a double play. Of course, that's a lot easier said than done in this situation if you're Bryant, but just...
We have bad memories of double plays.
Yes, we do.
Oh, we got him picked off between first and second. Now, here's the situation. Are we going to try to score on the play? They throw home, they got him.
Second time we've been thrown out at home.
I don't know if that was a design delayed steal to see if we would try to go home. And if it was, it didn't work. But at second base now is Flemister.
Go, Dalton, gotta want it.
Bryant has a count that is even here at the plate at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Flemister is at second base, but there are 2 out now.
Bryant 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Good time for him to come through with a big knock.
That's it. Ooh, big old swing and miss there. It came up empty. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I just hope that out of home plate didn't swing the momentum the other way. Runner going for third. And he's in there safely. They didn't even look over there.
Nope.
So an uncontested stolen base there. And the pitch is high.
Way high.
2-2.
Yep.
BJ Flemister.
Kid's got some wheels on the base pads.
He does. Now let's see if we can cash it in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stretch and the pitch. Tapper back to the mound. Brown will underhand toss to first, and the Dalton Catamounts get out of it without allowing a run. We head now to the bottom half of the 6th. Cedartown 6, Dalton 4. Back after this 60-second break on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
Dogs strand a runner at third in the top of the 6th. We'll head to the home half of the 6th. It's a 2-run lead for the Cedartown Bulldogs. 6-4 Sam Branch alongside Andrew Carter here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA. Timothy George still out in relief for the Dogs.
First pitch is down low, ball 1 to the leadoff man in the inning.
It'll be 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Catamounts. London, the left fielder, he is 0 for 1 with a walk. He's ahead in the count here, 1 ball, no strikes.
One 0 pitch. Breaking ball down low, ball 2. Dalton led 1-0, then Cedartown took a 6-1 lead, but then the Catamounts countered with a 3-run home run in the bottom of that 5th inning. And now here we are at a 6-4 lead for the Dogs. Called strike 1, it's 2-1. Right around the letters.
Hey, good try.
George deals. Fouled straight back.
Yep.
2-2.
Just barely got a little bit of that one. Good London.
Cedartown back in action on Friday, doubleheader at home against these same Catamounts.
Big home doubleheader.
Cam, let's go, kid.
We need that place to be packed.
2-2 pitch.
That's
a base hit past third. Diving attempt there by Perkins, but it gets through for a leadoff single, and that'll bring the tying run to the plate for the Catamounts.
Yep, just put it in the gap there. Perkins made a good attempt at it, but just couldn't get there in time.
Of note, I guess of a cosmetic note, this baseball field, not only could it be used as a softball field or a baseball field, but they've got soccer field lines drawn out in the outfield here. Maybe an idea for Cedartown Rec one of these days to do. I don't know. Just a thought. One day when things are good. Fly ball to left field. B.J. Flemister backs up. Catch is made. One gone in the inning.
One day.
One day.
Cox is retired on the first pitch that he saw, so that's will be the second out of the inning now, or first out, I should say. Actually, excuse me. And this will bring out Palma, who is 0 for 2.
That's a level, Barbara. Line drive, kid.
No, this is
23. This is 23.
Yeah, so this will be a pinch hitter. It's Apruva Patel will be the batter. Coach Scoggins electing to put a pinch hitter in. Catamounts are putting another pitcher out to.
And this is a different pitcher than the one we saw warm up previously.
Yes. Pitch on the way to Patel. Missing away. 1 ball, no strikes. Patel, a left-handed batter. We're going to wait, and here we go. 1 ball, no strikes. Stretch and pitch. Hit to right center field. Coming in. Catch is made by Waddell. Throw toward first will not be in time. He's back in safely. But Bryant Waddell, man, vacuumed up that fly ball out there.
Yeah, and then he came up gunning, trying to get London over at first base. He made a good throw, just not in time.
Made it close, though, for sure.
So this will be Lassiter. He's 0 for 1, a run scored and a walk. 2 outs in the inning. The number 9 man in the batting order for the Catamounts.
Stretch and pitch on the way. George takes George throws it in the dirt, I should say, for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes now to Lassiter.
Great stop there by the backstop, all red.
Big gust of wind blowing right in her face. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. It's low, ball 2.
Come on, Matthew.
George just got to settle in here and throw a strike.
Just don't throw a strike that gets killed. There's a nice breaking ball.
How about
just
that?
Dr. Water, 2-1.
How about it? Good pitch, kid.
2 balls and a strike to the Catamount second baseman. The 2-1. Oh, just missed for ball 3.
Good looking pitch, though, there by George. Trying to paint those corners.
Hitters count right here for Lassiter. George kicks and fires. Ground ball to third. Perkins fields. He'll go the short route to second, and that'll end the inning. Dalton threatens but cannot bring anybody home here in the 6th. We head now to the 7th. Cedartown 6 and Dalton 4. Back after this 60-second break on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big Double A.
There's nothing quite like the indoor comfort.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Are you ready for steel? Equipment, that is. At Croker's Hardware in Cedartown, we've got all the steel equipment. Blowers and shredder vacs, chainsaws, augers and drills, trimmers and brush cutters. We're very proud to be a retailer for the steel product line. As an independent dealer, we can provide many services that the big box chain stores just can't match. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is always ready to help you select the equipment that meets your specific needs. So call Croker's for a steel today. That's 770-748-4842 to learn more about steel in Cedartown.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
We'll head to the top of the 7th inning. A new pitcher for the Catamounts. The day is done for Brown. He would go 6 innings. He would give up 6 runs, 5 of them earned on 6 hits, and he would record 5 strikeouts. It'll be Ben Weaver on to try to close this one out and send it to the bottom of the 7th. A 2-run game is the hope of the Catamounts. The hope of the Dogs is that we can tack on another run or two, give ourselves a little more of a cushion. It'll be the top of the order and exactly who you want to see coming to the plate. Allen Bozeman and Tweet Gerald. Throw down to second. Weaver's warm-up tosses are complete, and we're ready to go to work. Top of the 7th inning here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, 106.1 FM, AM 1340, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and the NFHS Network. Your very own dynamic duo on the broadcast today, as most days.
Most days. And I think for the rest of the season.
The rest of the season, it's us.
Ace 0 for 2.
Does have an RBI, though, and a run scored.
First pitch is a called strike 1.
Baby Ben.
Sliced left side. Should be playable in left center field. It will be the left fielder, London, to make the squeeze. And that's the first out here in the top of the 7th.
It looked almost kind of like a tee shot, as Allen had to go down there and get that one and just got underneath it and popped it up. So that's going to bring up Bozeman. Keegan is 0 for 3. He's got an RBI. He'll step in with 1 out and the base is clear. Steps out. I'll echo some sentiments that you made off air. I do hope this game ends before the sun officially goes down.
Oh, me too. Squares to bunt. The bunt is popped up and out of play for strike 1.
Otherwise, it is going to get quite chilly back here behind home plate.
Well, you know, the days, of course, today was warmer than yesterday, but today was actually nice and warm. I think 76 or 77 was the high, but this morning it was in the low 40s.
Yes, it was.
And tonight will be in the mid 40s. 0-1. And ball 1, just missing. 1 ball, 1 strike now, the count to Bozeman. Not a freshman, as we mistakenly said.
Kid's a junior.
He is a junior.
Kid's got a driver's license and everything.
It's the 1-1. Swung on and missed for strike 2. By the way, this past weekend, got a chance to go to Kennesaw State. Dylan Cupp plays with Dallas Baptist. He was not able to play because of an injury. That one on the other side of the head there of Bozeman. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Little hammy issue for Dylan, but got to see Keegan and his mom and dad there. They came to see him as well, as did several other folks from Cedartown. 2-2 pitch on the way. Little tapper. Third base, going to be a tough play. He'll field and throw, and they just did get it for out number 2. Another close play.
You said it was a hammy issue this weekend. I had a hammy issue this weekend.
Did you?
It was of the honey-baked variety. It was quite good. You knew you knew I was going somewhere with that. You just didn't know where, right?
Boy, that is a dad joke if I've ever heard one.
Got that right.
Tweet takes away for ball 1. Tweet does have an RBI and a strikeout, but no hits.
Good time right here for Tweet to pick up his first hit of the game.
Here's the 1-0. Taken low. Ball 2.
I'll also take a 2-out walk.
Absolutely.
Anytime you can get some 2-out trouble a brewing, I like it.
2 balls and no strikes with 2 outs in the 7th. Hit on the ground up the middle. There's a base hit. So a 2-out single there as Gerald gets his first hit of the day. I will gladly be cold for more time so we can get some more runs.
Well, and that also, puts Perk at the plate, and he's 2 for 3.
Yeah,
he's the only dog in the batting order that has multiple hits on the afternoon. So he'll come to the plate with the runner over at first and 2 outs. 2 for 3 are runs scored and an RBI.
Tweet leans away from the bag at first. And the pitch is inside there to Perk for ball 1.
Come, Ben. Come, kid.
Pitch is a strike. Right there.
Yep. I tell you, Weaver doesn't waste a lot of time out there on the mound, even pitching from the stretch.
Kind of like the guy he's facing at the plate when he pitches. 1-1 pitch. That one hits him right on the numbers.
Well, and I think Weaver did a little something different there with his delivery. It almost looked like maybe he was just holding it a little longer than he normally would. I don't know if he was going to see if Tweet was going to try to jump and maybe he would have him picked off, but it just felt like that he altered his mechanics a little bit there, and that might have led to the bad pitch that plunked Perkins. So now that puts runners at first and second. You got Holiday. He's 1 for 3, a run scored, an RBI with that big RBI double back in the 5th inning, and it's going to be a meeting between Weaver and Renfro.
Meeting of the minds. Somebody's got a bird machine. Or it's somebody's phone, actually.
Well, it has been vocal all night.
It has, yes.
Or all afternoon. Of course, it's technically 9. Yes, 7:20.
And again, we're here at this recreation field, so there is no sound system here.
No, so that's the only sound you got.
That's it. No music between innings or intro music or anything like that. Swung on a miss for strike 1. I would love more than a 2-run cushion going in the bottom of the 7th.
I agree. And this kid right here at the plate, he can absolutely deliver it for you.
The pitch. Breaking ball away, ball 1.
Go, hand high.
Weaver a long look in that time.
Runner goes for third, pitches low in the dirt, and he's at third base, and he is going to, are they going to say it hit him? I guess they're going to say it hit him and then went back to the backstop, so that'll load the bases up. And now we have a coaching visit for Dalton. Yeah, because Tweet was ready to round third and come home.
He was on his horses and ready to go.
Well, a big chance here for Allred. That'll take Weaver out of the game. He'll be done after 2/3 of an inning. So a new pitcher for the Catamounts. Bases loaded, 2 out. Cedartown with a 6-4 lead. We will take a 60-second break and come back, and we'll tell you about the new pitcher when we return after these words on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Coverage of Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Big AA is brought to you in part by Republican State Representative Trey Kelly of Cedartown.
This is Representative Trey Kelly. I want to wish all the players and coaches a safe and successful season. You've worked hard to represent us on the field, and I'm proud to represent you in the Georgia House of Representatives. Again, this is Representative Trey Kelly, and I want to thank you for listening to the Big AA. Go Dogs!
This announcement paid for by State Representative Trey Kelly, kellyforhouse.com.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
The relief afternoon is done for Weaver. He would go 2/3 of an inning, giving up a hit, and he will give way to Cox, the third baseman. He inherits the bases full of dogs. Tweet Gerald is over at third. He's your lead runner. Everett Perkins is out at second, and Dalen Holiday is over at first base, and Gavin Allred, he's going to be your man at the plate. Allred is 1 for 2. He's got a run scored. He struck out once, and he's walked.
Well, Sam, I think both Coach Lane and this Dalton team, they know the weight of not just this game but the entire series, and they're bringing all guns ablazing, trying to get wins. And Cedartown currently with a 1-run or a 2-run lead, and Allred will try to extend it right here.
London Cox is going to try to keep the Dogs right where they are.
Cox winds and deals. Fouled off, strike one. Here's the pitch. Grounded past third, and that's going to get through for a base hit. 1 run is in, and it's going to be station to station there. Everybody moves up 90 feet. It's 7-4, and that is a big insurance run.
Yes, it is. Just a good piece of hitting there by the Bulldog backstop. Allred just poked it to the left side, got it out of the range of Brown, who was taken over at third base for London Cox. And now this will bring up Timothy George. Base is still loaded. 2 outs in the inning. A 3-run lead now. 7-4 your score.
Swing and a miss.
George could really help himself here if he can put the ball in play.
Boy, he could.
Four-run lead sounds better than a 3-run lead.
0-1 pitch. Strike 2 called.
Of course, a 3-run lead also sounds better than a 2-run lead, so we'll at least be thankful for the 1 run we've gotten so far.
Base is loaded. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Toward third base and foul.
Good idea by George. Just needed it about, 6 feet right.
Stick it down the line there. If you can get it toward the corner, you might score 2. 0-2 now to George, who will probably pitch in the bottom of this inning, I would imagine. 0-2. Low and away, ball 1.
Masters Week officially underway down at Augusta National. The par 3 contest will be tomorrow, and then Thursday, opening round. 7:25, the honorary captains will tee off.
1-2 pitch. He went around, strike 3. The Dogs leave him loaded, but they get in a big insurance run. 3-run lead for Cedartown as we head now to the bottom half of the 7th after this 60-second break on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
Looking for great deals? Stop by Livewire Surplus, located on North Main Street in Cedartown. They've got everything from tools and generators to patio furniture, lawn mowers, flooring, cleaning supplies, mini splits, and much more. Whether you're tackling a project or upgrading your space, they've got what you need. Come check them out at the store today. You'll never know what you might find. Check them out on Facebook or visit their new website, livewiresurplus.com. That's Livewire Surplus, 546 North Main Street in Cedartown, 678-861-5021. Bradford's Drug Store in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacists take time to get to know you and answer any questions you may have. Go by and see Justin Strickland and all the folks at Bradford's, and be sure to use their convenient drive-thru. 500 North Main Street in Cedartown, 770-748-3100. Bradford's Drug, your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
Dogs out an insurance run in the top of the 7th inning. It's a 3-run lead as we head to the home half. Final chance for the Dalton Catamounts. 7-4 is your score here from Riverbend Park in Dalton, Georgia. It'll be Timothy George still on the mound, going to close it out, and he's going to have a tough part of the order. It's the top of the order, and you've got a couple of guys up there that are swinging a good bat. The most dangerous part of that order, though, is the guy sitting in the number 4 spot in the lineup, and that's Nielsen. He's a perfect 3 for 3. It'll be Woods to lead things off. He is 1 for 2, 2 runs scored. He's also walked. Cedartown trying to pick up a win in region play. Also trying to stop a 3-game losing skid as they lost 3 straight to the Cartersville Purple Hurricanes.
Okay.
Long look in by George. He's set, and here's the pitch. Strike called, 0-1.
As of now, before the conclusion of any games that are being played this afternoon, Cartersville 15-0 in region play, Dalton 13-2, Allatoona 11-5, the Dogs 9-6.
It's now low ball 1.
So we could potentially, if Allatoona were to fall, I guess we'd gain what, a game on them?
To the 1-1. Hit deep to left field, going back on it is Waddell. He's at the fence, and it is over the fence. It's gone.
Yep.
7-5.
Flemister did everything he could to get to that one, except for run through the chain link fence.
Let's go, guys. Keep going.
And we said this is the dangerous part of this lineup for the Catamounts, and they showed it right there.
Let's go.
This will bring up Chappelle. He's already got a homer on the afternoon. 2 for 3 with a run scored and 3 RBIs. Another dangerous bat in this lineup.
Timothy George deals. Called strike.
Renfro waits on deck.
Oh, keep your fingers on that ball. Comes back and hits that. Oh my God, your hands are broken. Sorry. I'm back.
Here's the 0-1. Swung and missed. Big cut.
Yep, he was aiming for number 2 on the afternoon.
Go base hit. Good base runner. Come on, just get on, Chad.
Cedartown down to a 2-run lead.
That's not least.
Here's the 0-2. Fly ball, shallow center field. It will be Ace Allen in center field to make the catch, and it's 1 out.
Big first out for George.
It's probably it. Oh, you see the black rubber. You see like the black rubber.
So that's going to bring up Renfro.
Going across the
Now he's
line.
0 for 3, and he's got a strikeout on the afternoon.
But it's batters like that worry you the most.
Yes, it is. Because hitting in the 3 spot, you know he can swing the bat.
1 run in on the solo homer to lead off. 7-5 lead for the Bulldogs, bottom of the 7th. That one inside, ball 1.
You see, Gavin Allred really wanted that call. He held it for a moment. I think he wanted to give the umpire just a little longer of an opportunity to think about it. The throw back to the mound got away from George. Had to retrieve it. Now we're back on the mound and ready.
This thing's throwing 75.
You give me 3 out.
Here's the wind, the 1-0. Base hit left field. That'll bring the tying run to the plate with 1 out.
Yeah, and it's the guy that's been swinging the hottest stick this afternoon for Dalton, and Nielsen, the right fielder. He's a perfect 3 for 3.
I think there's 2.
Bottom of the 7th inning with 1 out. Cedartown 7, Dalton 5.
Go, Tate. Go, kid.
Dalton with 9 hits so far.
You got this, 2-2.
Pitch. Breaking ball low for ball 1.
Go base hit.
Where?
Renfro leads away from first base. 1 ball, no strikes. The stretch, the pitch. A little bit outside, ball 2.
Hey, your pitch right here, 2-2.
I think you got to be really careful how you pitch Nielsen in this situation.
2-0. High for ball 3.
3-0. Be smart right here, kid. Go, kid.
Yeah, I'm going to
3 balls and no strikes with 1 gone here in the 7th. Home half, 7-5 lead. George looks back toward first, and now time called.
George wants to go through the signs again from Allred.
3-0 pitch on the way. Breaking ball, called strike. He was taken all the way.
Yes, he was. Still a good pitch there, though, by George.
Yes. Unless it hangs up there, that's a good one that he's not going to swing at. 3-1 pitch. Same pitch, same result. Strike 2 call. Full count.
Another good pitch there by George. Now all of a sudden, you're in a good spot if you're Timothy.
See if we can roll one here. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
Talk about a huge strikeout. That might have been one of the biggest strikeouts of the season for Timothy George. He got Nielsen, who had been a perfect 3 for 3.
And now it's up to Brown, who was the starting pitcher. He is 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout.
It's Cedarville, I think, or Cedar.
2 outs,
I don't know.
a runner on first, tying run at the plate.
I just heard that.
7-5 the score. The pitch on the way, swung and fouled off for strike 1.
Yep. Great way to start if you're George.
Drive one right here, 2-7, drive one.
Was that George's first strikeout he's thrown?
Yes.
Couldn't have come at a better time.
Absolutely.
No balls and 1 strike.
No, excuse me, that was his second
strikeout. Still huge. No balls and a strike. The pitch. Breaking ball high, throw to first, and it stays in front of the bag. The ball did short hop, but it hit the runner as he was sliding back in. Very fortunate that it did, or he would be at second base, at least. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Bro, that was Jace Watkins, who was catcher. Remember when
the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2, and the Catamounts are down to their final strike.
I tell you what, that was a great pitch there by George.
Wow.
Really good pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Cedartown 7, Dalton 5. Timothy George trying to finish it here. The stretch. They're going to set up outside. The pitch is a little bit low and maybe outside as well. 2-2. Perhaps closer than they intended it to be.
Yeah, almost.
It was close to a strike.
Like he was wanting to pitch out, though, the way that Allred was directing traffic.
I like pitch.
2-2 the count. And the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. He strikes out the side to end the ball game, and Cedartown picks up a humongous region win, 7-5 over the Catamounts. We'll take a 60-second break and wrap this one up on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
Hey, it's the Border Mexican Restaurant located at 718 North Main Street right here in Cedartown. They serve a wide variety of your favorite Mexican food made fresh daily. Great food, great fun. It's great for the whole family. Come see us at the Border Restaurant right here on Main Street in Cedartown, or you can call for takeout at 678-246-1031. The Border Mexican Restaurant is the best Mexican food north of the border. That's the Border Restaurant right here in Cedartown.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for 100 years. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call today for tee time, 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buckhannon Highway. Cedartown's original golf course celebrating 100 years. Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
7-5 is your final here in Dalton as the Bulldogs pick up a win over the second place Dalton Catamounts. Dalton with the loss falls to 13-3 in region play, an overall record of 17-6. The Dogs improved to 10-6 in region play, an overall record of 12-9. Your final line from tonight's game: Cedartown 7 runs on 8 hits, no errors. Dalton 5 runs on 9 hits and 2 errors. Owen Pilgrim would get the start for the Dogs. He would go 4 1/3 innings. He would give up 4 runs, all 4 of them earned on 5 hits. He would walk 5 and record 1 strikeout. Timothy George would come in and close it out. He would go 2 2/3. 4 hits, just 1 run, and 3 strikeouts, and 2 of them coming there in the bottom of the 7th to wrap it up. Cedartown will return to action on Friday as we play host to the Catamounts. It's a doubleheader as we will wrap up the 3-game series. It is a must-win and a must-attend for all of you in Bulldog Country. We invite you to come out and join us. First pitch of Game 1 is scheduled for 5 o'clock, and then we'll have Game 2 to follow. If you can't make it out, well, you can catch it right here on your home for Cedartown Bulldog Baseball. The Big AA, of course, 106.1 FM, AM 13, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and the NFHS Network. For our board operator back at the station, Joseph Bailey, for my good friend and broadcast partner, Mr. Andrew Carter, I'm Sam Branch saying, as always, until next time, folks, good night, God bless, and go Dogs.
W291 TS Cedartown. Your home for the Cedartown High School Bulldogs. AM 1340 and now 106.1 FM.